What's up, everyone? So this video is going to be about wrestling, more particularly about this week's Monday Night Raw and SmackDown Live. I will start with Raw. That was in Kansas. I have to say, this month is the Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month. So everyone is wearing the Connor's Cure like pins and bandanas, and the ring even has the symbol of Connor's Cure. And what that is that it's a foundation made by Stephanie McMahon and Triple H after this little boy named Connor. He used to love WWE, and he used to love one particular wrestler that was Daniel Bryan. He had brain cancer, and unfortunately in 2014 he passed away. And the WWE has made a lot of honors to Connor by creating this foundation. They created a Warrior Award, and the first recipient was Connor. So it's a very nice thing that WWE is doing to help pediatric cancer, to help fight this all the types of cancer that affects children. So it's a very good thing. It's a good note, and it shows up in Raw and SmackDown, so everyone in WWE is into it. So Raw was in Kansas City, and we start with highlights from the four-way match in which Kevin Owens won the match with a little pedigree from Triple H. Now, that week's Monday Night Raw was very surprising, and it was kind of good, and everyone was kind of expecting, like, coming to this Monday night, that we would get an explanation about why Triple H did it. We were probably hoping that Triple H would show up on the show, but very sorry, burst a bubble, not gonna happen. Sorry. The only common theme about this was that Stephanie was like under fire pretty much the entire show. Like Mick, like questioning if she knew that Triple H was going to do that. Then Seth Rollins also questioning her, and there was a lot of tension, especially in the beginning, between Stephanie and Mick. But we start Monday Night Raw with the celebration of the new WWE Universal Champion, with balloons, confetti, pyro, the whole thing. And Kevin Owens comes out in a suit, probably first time ever that he's showed up in a suit in WWE. He comes out, he says that, oh, this is exactly what I wanted, but what I didn't want was the crowd to steal my moments. And the crowd was on his side in the beginning, saying that you deserve it. And it was like, no. This is not about you. This is about me. This is the Kevin Owens show, like he called it. It's like, I mean, okay, it's his character, it's how he behaves. But everyone kind of knows that Kevin is not like that. Even there was a tweet with a photograph from Finn Balor that showed up a FaceTime snap with Kevin Owens kind of showing up the WWE Universal Championship to to Balor, and he was smiling and Balor was smiling. So Kevin outside of the ring is a nice guy, but inside of the ring is kind of a douche. But it's a character. It's okay. Everyone moves on. So obviously, in the celebration, everyone would expect Rollins to come out, and he did. But he didn't confront Owens in the beginning. He kind of just said, I have no beef with you. You're just a pawn in this game." And but then Owens keeps trash talking, and Rollins just goes at it. So it's what you would expect. And Stephanie gets so mad at Seth because he attacked Owens that she threatens to suspend him. But Mick intervenes, and he says that Monday Night Raw doesn't give away suspensions. They give away rematches. So at Clash of Champions, which is the Raw pay-per-view, it's just Raw. It's going to have Kevin Owens versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Universal Championship. I'm just gonna say this here. This match, it's not going to stay like this until the end of Raw. So I will explain later. So after all this, we're going to commercial break, and we come back for a match between Bayley and Charlotte, because Dana first lost to a one-on-one match with Bayley when Bayley debuted, and then the next week she lost to Bayley again when it was a mixed tag team match with Bayley and the New Day and Dana with the club. And Charlotte comes out kind of like, I'm gonna show you how it's done, so just take notes, quite literally. But this match was kind of iffy. The beginning was kind of weird, because Bayley normally she jumps from between ropes in the corner to get to the opponent on the other side. And it was kind of weird. Apparently she tweaked her knee, I think. It was a weird part of the match, and it kind of broke the feel to it. But Bayley won with a bit of an intervention from Dana that backfired, because Charlotte was in the corner. Bayley was about to go at her, and Dana pulls her out of the way, and Bayley goes for a sunset flip. She has Charlotte. Charlotte kicks out. She's on the ropes. She's about to go punch Bayley, but she ends up punching Dana. And then Bayley gets her and pins her in 1, 2, 3, and it's done. It was a weird match. The entire Monday Night Raw was weird and honestly boring. It was so boring. My god. Then we come to Bo Dallas versus Kyle Roberts. I don't know where Bo has been. He hasn't been around that long. He's not like that. Well, he still does that thing of believe, but he's not like that anymore. When he gets to the ring, he's like vicious. The match didn't last very long, and it was boring. The crowd was completely dead. You could probably hear the flies in that arena because everyone was quiet. like nothing. So then we come back. Because of what happened in the beginning of the show, Mick Foley makes 2 matches for that night. So he makes a match for Rollins to calm him down. So Rollins is going to face Jericho, and Owens is going to main event against his ex-BFF, now sworn enemy, Sami Zayn. After the match of Bo Dallas is Jericho versus Rollins, and Jericho, being Jericho, starts with bad-mouthing Rollins, but things turn on him because Seth kind of lets his frustrations out on Jericho, and Seth ends up winning, which is not a surprise. I don't know if WWE is gonna take this chance because Seth was betrayed by his mentor, Triple H. I don't know if they're going to take this chance to turn Seth into babyface again. I don't know. They could, because tonight, at least on that match, the crowd was with Seth and not with Jericho. But I don't know. Then we come to Cesaro and Sheamus, the best of 7. This was match number 3, with Cesaro's back completely taped. Match number 4, I think, is today in the O2 Arena in London. It's a live show, so we're not gonna see that one on TV, maybe except in the WWE Network. But this match was boring because it's, at least me, I'm kind of tired of this, and it's only match 3 of the best of 7. I don't want to watch this anymore. I don't, because it's the same thing all over again, and it's been ended up with the same result, which is Sheamus winning. It's right now the score is 3-0, so I don't know. I think they might need to change this because this is getting old. It really is. If they're going to continue, I don't know. It's gonna be so tiring to watch this. Then we come to a tag team match between Shining Stars and Enzo and Cass. I'm just gonna say this, Shining Stars won. The beginning of this match, which Enzo and Cass kind of, you know how they are, they kind of just start talking smack in the beginning of the match. It was so weird. Enzo took because it was Labor Day in the States, Enzo took the part Labor and pretending to be giving birth. That was the weirdest thing ever. And WWE has done some weird crap before, but this one, whew, my God, let's not talk about it ever again, ever, okay? No. Now we come back to Nia. Like, oh my God, what are you doing with Nia? I think it's with Nia and with Braun. I mean, the opponent that Nia Jax had, she was so small. She looked like a complete ragdoll. Really. Even though she surprised Nia with several kicks, it kind of stunned her for a minute, but I mean, you need someone that can challenge Nia. And the same thing with Braun. You need someone that can challenge Braun Strowman. You need someone that can challenge Nia Jax. And that is not happening. So obviously, like, Nia won. It was a boring ass match. But okay. So the segment of the club that shows up talking about how they retire old people because they retired the Dudley Boys, and they have a mission of retiring the New Day as tag team champions. That was another weird segment. This is what happens when Monday Night Raw is 3 hours. You have to fill up with very boring stuff. Extremely boring. So, then we come to Darren Young and someone whose name I can't remember. Sorry. And we had Titus O'Neil in the comments. There's not much I have to say about this match. Really. Not much. Just to say Darren Young won and he kind of snapped at Titus. Because Titus came down to the ring trying to catch Young kind of off guard. And that was it. Maybe a little bit more experience? Maybe. Just a little bit. It was Sin Cara. Sin Cara is a luchador. And in the previous week, Braun Strowman fought a luchador and he took off the mask. And that's a very disrespectful thing to do in the Lucha Libre kind of world. So Sin Cara was there to try to kind of defend the Lucha Libre kind of honor. But I guess everyone knows how that one ended. Again, what the hell are you doing with Braun? I don't know. What are you doing? It's like... Then we come to Sasha. Sasha had tweeted that she had some bad news. That she was coming on Raw because she had some bad news. And she comes to the ring. She starts this speech about the women's revolution in wrestling and so on, making everyone think that the injury to her back was probably serious and she was going to retire or something. But then Dana comes around, interrupts her, kind of saying, "Oh, I'm the one who's going to be retiring you because she fell off the grace of Charlotte, so she wants to get back there." Sasha is not retiring. She actually whipped the ass of Dana, and she said that the bad news is for Charlotte because she's coming back and she's coming back ready for Clash of the Champions. So I guess we're gonna have the women's championship is Charlotte and Sasha. I hope it's a better match than it was in SummerSlam. I very hope so. And I'm very glad that this is better and everything is cool. And she's back. That's awesome. Because in terms of the women's division on Raw, they've been repeating pretty much the same thing over and over again. So it's good that Sasha is back. Now we go to the main event, Zayn versus Owens. It was a decent match. Zayn towards the end of the match, he had a bit of a aching pain to his ankle. So he didn't manage to win. Also because Jericho showed up. Like, yeah, to help his best friend, Kevin Owens. Also who showed up after the match ended was Roman Reigns. Like, obviously he also has a beef with Owens. Things were about to get down when Mick shows up and he says that in the next Monday Night Raw you're gonna face Roman Reigns. Owens is gonna face Roman Reigns, and if Roman wins that match, the match in Clash of Champions, it's between Seth and Owens. It's not gonna be just the two of them, but if Roman Reigns wins next week, it's going to be a triple threat match. Like, Owens' night went from in a high to a very steep low. He had a tough night. Very tough. And that's kind of how it ends Raw with Roman Reigns. And my opinion on Monday Night Raw was that it was boring as hell. What we expected from what happened in the past week didn't happen. We wanted to see Triple H and kind of know why he did it, what he did, but so hope next week is better. Yes, thank you. Now we come to SmackDown Live. SmackDown Live is gonna have this Sunday the first pay-per-view just for SmackDown, Backlash. And also in SmackDown they have the Connor's Cure logo on the ramp and on the ring, and everyone is wearing the pins as well. And the show starts with Daniel Bryan in the ring with the new WWE SmackDown Women's Champion. The title. The title. It's a forum with the 6 women that are going to be in that match. It's a 6-women elimination match. So it's kind of what happened and kind of works the same way that happened in the Fatal 4-way elimination match for the WWE Universal title. It's the same thing. And he starts with Becky. Becky comes out. The crowd is... I don't know what is happening. The crowd is dead. There's no cheering for anyone. It's so, like, come on, people. A little bit of effort. Just a little. So Becky comes out. She talks about how it's been a long journey and that she hasn't been able to get the gold before, so she's very fired up for Sunday. Then comes Natalya, the Queen of Arts, and she starts like trash talking Becky, saying that SmackDown Live is supposed to be her show, but because Becky's there, she's frustrated. Then a very funny moment happens, because suddenly Alexis shows up, and apparently she has been talking from like the ramp down to the ring, but a mic was off, so we didn't listen to anything she said. until she got in the ring. And Carmella, and neither after Natalia, all the others didn't come out with their entrance music. None of them. And apparently in the women division, Nikki is a babyface and Carmella kind of turned heel. And later on they're going to have a 6-woman tag team match with Nikki, Becky, and Naomi in one side, and Natalia, Alexa, and Carmella on the other. We get little segments with Dean. Then we have the first match between Miz and Apollo Crews. But before you can see like a conversation between Shane and Daniel, and you can notice that Shane has been off air for a while. He started a little bit talking, so you kind of see that he has been doing that in a while. So we got to the match. Ziggler is on commentary, and the match actually shows a very athletic Apollo Crews. He's very good in the ring. I guess it just needs a chance, really, because even down in NXT he was very good. He had a championship match against Balor, and he didn't win, but people were with him. He was really good. He is really good. The result of this match is that Miz wins, kind of slightly with not a distraction from Ziggler, just Miz got in his face and slapped Ziggler. Ziggler kind of was about to attack, and Apollo kind of flew out of the ring. Miz threw Apollo to Ziggler, and then to the post, and ended up winning. But Miz got out of the ring very quickly, to the point where he didn't get his title. Ziggler got the title, and obviously, because of the character, Miz sends his wife to get the title. Then AJ Styles is interviewed by Renee Young to talk about an unfortunate moment on the past SmackDown. He's very out of it. Really, he's very angry about that situation. Then we have other moments, like a little recap of the course of American Alpha from NXT to up to WWE, from the Usos as well. Then we get Bray Wyatt kind of telling a story, saying that he was a god, so he was better than the Viper, meaning Randy Orton, because they're going to have a match at Backlash this Sunday. Then we come to the 6-women tag team match. I actually liked this match. It wasn't good, but it was watchable. Even though the crowd was a little bit dead, they only kind of started brought it up when they were trying to support Becky. But that was about it. Unfortunately, the team of Nikki, Becky, and Naomi lost after a big mess. That Alexa came into the ring to save the match, and Alexa, Natalie, Becky, and Naomi kind of started fighting each other, and they continue to do that off the ring, and things kind of went crazy. So Carmella ended up doing her submission move, the Code of Silence, to Nikki. So Nikki had to tap out. Then we come to the Usos versus the American Alpha for the tournament of the Tag Team Championship. That was a very what the hell is going on? Like, the Usos kind of showed sportsmanship towards the American Alpha, but as soon as the bell rung, they went after them. They went ham on them. But the American Alpha was very quick to get out of the situation, and they won. It was literally like 2 minutes or something like that. I don't even know if it was that long. So the American Alpha won, but the Usos weren't done, and they attack. Particularly Gable, they attacked their legs. So the Usos turned heel on SmackDown. That was probably one of the biggest surprises of SmackDown. We still have, like, after that we have side notes of Randy Orton, Fandango, who shows up in the ring, God knows for what, and Kane shows up and choke slams him. Thank you, Kane. Thank you, Kane. That was probably the one time and anyone said that the crowd was kind of like, thank you, Kane. Then we get another little moment with AJ going insane. Then we have a little bit of background story of what is Connor's cure. Particularly, I guess they did this on SmackDown because Daniel Bryan's the general manager. So I guess it's because of that. Then we have another tag team match for the tag team tournament, which was the Hype Bros versus Rhino and Slater. Slater is a free agent, so he's not signed with SmackDown or Raw. So he is in this tag team match, or in this tag team tournament, to actually not just to win the tag team titles, but also to kind of get a contract for SmackDown. So that's why Slater is in this. And surprise, surprise, Rhino and Slater kind of won. They won. Which is kind of odd. Like, how the hell did that happen? I don't know. So then, to end the show, we have Ambrose and Styles. It was not a match. It was literally just like the two of them kind of talking smack, because they're going to face each other Sunday for the WWE title, world title. It kind of just goes around and around, and it ends up with Ambrose being kicked in the balls. Just what happened. It's just like what happened with AJ, because he got like stuck in the top rope. Like, yeah. And that's how SmackDown Live ended. So SmackDown had, in fact, it had 1, 2, 3, 4 matches. The rest was literally talking stuff and recaps. But at least this one was so, to me at least, this one was slightly more entertaining than Monday Night Raw. I don't know, I guess it's because Monday Night Raw, it's 3 hours long now. It's too long. And this Monday was a little bit boring. So I think on this one, SmackDown Live was a little bit more entertaining, even though it had fewer matches. But I guess it was because what surprised me the most was the turn, the heel of the Usos. So I guess that's what surprised me the most. Um, so that is it for what happened in Raw and SmackDown. I guess I will do this one again next week. I will see about that. So I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.